Okay, so inchworming along here. The most important thing you got to know when you're working on a 2010 Dodge Challenger is to check above the transmission mat and check your rodent's nest to make sure it's in good order. So this one looks like it's pretty good. So no restoration needed there. And what I did was take all the suspension apart, media blasted everything. Put new rotors on it, painted the calipers up, cleaned up all of the tabs that hang the brake lines and the speed sensors, and basically did an upgrade because none of this stuff is painted from the factory. I guess, as they say, a little money here and there, but you know, it's all pretty rough looking, but it's not in bad shape. It's in really good shape actually. So just painting it makes it look great. I put the lowering springs in, and the adjustable upper A-frames are in place. So it's starting to look a little bit like a car. I just got done doing this side also. So if need be, it could be put on 4 tires and rolled the heck out of here if I lose interest, you know what I mean? And played around with a couple of spring compressors that they're only like 20 bucks a set. This is one type and this is another. Well, I like this one because it kind of grabs the spring going around the spring, as opposed to this one, which kind of grabs it in a flat spot. This thread seems to be easily galded. You know, I mean, you really get down to compressing the spring and tightens up on here. So this one has a little bit better, what do you call it, shaft, and it has a couple of safety pins. But unfortunately, these safety pins don't always clear the spring. I even had the flat spot one here with a grinder just to try and get it around the spring. It still didn't fit around the spring. This side fit perfectly fine, so it's just the nature of being a cheap tool. But I like the way this one wraps around. There's no safety pin, but you don't feel like you need one just by the way that it's shaped. Anyway, this is my little nifty tool here. I think it's an old socket that I used that to fit on the top of the, when I was removing the spring to hold this so this shaft doesn't spin. Actually, I did it when it was out of the car, obviously on the bench. But I just got an old socket and cut it off and welded it up, and worked fine. So not a whole lot more to report other than that. Still working on the engine a little bit here and there, cleaning up the front. Had a little ding over here, and the harmonic balancer, there was a little chip out of it from when it got the crash, but everything else seemed good. I welded it up because it is, you know, I think these are about $400, and I think that you have to have these things balanced. This is externally balanced, so this matches the crank. So it was just a small chip, and I welded it up because I didn't want that little chip to wear the serpentine belt out. But it shouldn't. I'm going to be doing any land speed records with this thing, so I shouldn't be revving it up to like $8,000 or anything where that would become an issue, that little bit of additional metal there. And as with everything, it's a little journey of discovery. I was trying to figure out what these things are, because I wanted to make sure that when I welded on the front there that I didn't fry any electronics. And these are the solenoids that, you know, the MDS system, it's called, that cuts out cylinders when you're on the highway so that the car runs on 4 cylinders. And this nifty item right here is an oil diverting solenoid of some sort, which when you're going up a hill or if you're towing something, the car's under load, this will shift more oil to the timing chain and lubricate the timing chain. So that's kind of neat. But anyway, I'm learning. I'm no mechanic, I can tell you that much. But so this is pretty scary stuff for me. And I'll get through it. Anyway, that's it right now.